why you should never take advice from a woman. Sharp came coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Author of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So, there's a lot of wing girls, a lot of women online giving advice specifically about dating. And when I was blown away, shocked. Well, not shocked, kind of blown away. Because a lot of these women, they have a huge following. They have 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, a million subscribers on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and everywhere. And a lot of these women, man, are making six figures. Making 200,000, 500,000, a million. I met a lady 2 years ago. She gives dating advice. She's a dating coach. She made $1 million last year. $1 million giving dating advice to guys. $1 million. I couldn't believe it until she showed me the receipts. And she showed me everything she was doing, her products, her book. And I told her I got guys over here there's guys that have sent me messages saying $30 was too much. Meanwhile, she's selling products $200, $500, $1,000. Her book is more than my book. Her book is what? $50. So I'm like, wow. Maybe I'm doing something wrong over here. But see, the thing you have to understand is women are going to give you, most women are going to follow the trends in society. They're not going to tell you what you really need to know in order for you to succeed. They're just not going to do it. I can't tell you how many times I've taken any advice. I'm talking just across the board. This ain't just dating advice. Any financial advice, real estate advice, you name it. Car advice from a woman. And 98, 97, 98% of the time, it bombed. I mean, it bombed, man. I almost always had to suffer the consequences of the bad advice that I got from a woman. And when I say, I'm not talking about strangers. I'm talking about women in my family. I mean, women that I knew personally. Some of these women I was friends with. I mean, it's like, I don't know what it is, but it seems like, and this is 30 years of my taking advice from women. This is why I always say, if you want advice, this like me personally, I take advice from men. I take advice from men that's been there and done that. I don't care if it's in real estate, business, health-wise. I don't care. If they've been there and done that, they still in the trenches. And even if they're not in the trenches, they have to been, if they've been away for, say, 2 to 5 years, that's okay. Anything over 5 years, I'm not taking advice from him. If you've been away, if you've been out the game, or been detached for over 5 years, I'm not taking advice from him. But I'm going to take advice from a guy. Women tend to, just something about a lot of women, they're a little biased on a lot of things, and a lot of women don't like other women to succeed. You know, they act like they do, but in reality, I found that that's not the case. They really don't. Some women they'll be bold and come out and they're honest about it. They'll say, "No, I don't. You know, the heck with her." You know, because they're very. A lot of women are very competitive. Then you have a lot of women that play along with it. Do they act like they want the woman to succeed, but they really don't. This is why I always tell other women, you should be careful of the advice that you take from your mom, from your sister, from your single girlfriends. You should be careful. Because if they're single, you're probably going to be the next one. You know? It's just, it's just, the advice most women give is always biased. It's always, you know, they're gonna say things so they could benefit from it. It's always gonna be sort of a you know, she's gonna tell you what you should do so she can benefit in the long run. It's always going to be that. It's almost never going to be, she's going to tell you something that's solely going to benefit you. That almost never happens. Almost never happens. Now, meanwhile, us guys, we're not really like that. Most guys look at it like, okay, you know, this is going to, we look at the whole picture. We see the big picture. When we make decisions, if we're married, got kids or whatever, a family, we're going to do things, for the most part, that's going to benefit the family. Now, most women today, they don't think like that. The picture frame is small with them. They think of themselves first. Then the kids, then you, in most cases, as far as advice comes. Now, this is why it's better to lead and let her follow. Because if you leave it up to the woman, to, you know, to lead the relationship, it's probably going to be all over the place. And see, let me tell you something that I've learned. I used to take advice from my sister and my friend, like girlfriends and stuff like that in the past. And when it didn't work, I went back to them and said, hey, you know, this didn't work, blah, blah, blah. This and that. They say, oh, well, it worked for me. This and that. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. And now, they don't got nothing to say after that. They can't help me no more. So now, I gotta suffer. You know, it's like, now when it comes to my mom didn't really give me she didn't give me a lot of bad advice. A lot of stuff she just didn't know. She just didn't know. Because she grew up in a different time. She's an older woman at the time. So a lot of stuff that was going on today, she just didn't know. But even if she didn't know, she tried to find out. And she asked another woman. And she brought that information back from that woman to me. And I ended up suffering again. You know, it's like, oh man, you just can't, you know. And then see, if you ask a woman, hey, what do you think about anything? Now, if you ask one what she thinks about anything, it's always gonna be something that she heard from somebody. You know, something that she looked at the television or whatever, right? And I'd be like, no. What do you think about it? No. She'd say, well, then she'll start talking. Oh, I saw this in the newspaper. No, what do you think? They don't really think very much about anything. It's kind of like it's always got to be a third party involved. Now I'm not saying all women. Now there's some women got some game out here. Very few. Out of 100 women, it might be 2 or 3. It's not a lot. Now I'm not saying I'm not beating women up now. I'm just saying how a lot of women operate is not in our best interest most of the time. That's all I'm saying. How they operate socially speaking. It's not in our best interest to take advice from a woman. I'm talking about from job hunting, income producing, relationship advice, financial advice. It's like if you take advice from a woman, it's never go out there and try to be the best. Strive to be the best. Go to the top. It's never that type of advice for them. It's kind of like just get in where you can fit in. It's that type of advice. It's never ruffle the feathers. Don't ruffle any feathers. Don't piss anybody off. They want to be liked. Now, see, I don't care anything about. I don't. When I go into any field, I'm not even thinking about being liked. It's more of a respect thing than anything. When I'm out and about in public, I don't know these people from a can of paint, and they don't know me 9 times out of 10. For me, it's a respect thing. I'd rather be respected over everything else. Because respect lasts longer. Respect lasts longer than love. People fall out of love all the time. You love me this week, next week you don't. And love means different things to almost everybody. So I'm not even getting into that. But then you have a lot of people, a lot of guys, for whatever reason, they take dating advice from women. And I think in their mind, in some kind of way, psychologically, they think if I follow this woman, she's giving dating advice, whether good, bad, or indifferent, it don't really matter. But in their mind, if I buy her book, show up at the conference, there's a chance that I could sleep with her. I think a lot of these guys think like that. So they'll spend thousands of dollars basically trying to get close to this woman. Because I think they like the woman. They like how she looks. They're open to taking her advice because they're attracted to the woman. Physically attracted to her. So I think this is inside info. This is what I've been told by a few guys. I'm not gonna call any names. And then when they told me this, I had to really think about it. I said, you know what? I could see where I could see more guys that could be thinking this way. They're attracted to the girl. That's why she has a huge following. That's why they buy her products and take her advice. That's why they're more open to it. Now, I said to myself on the other side of the coin, I played devil's advocate. If she wasn't attractive, if they wasn't attracted to her, would she have the huge following? Would they buy her books, her products, her services? Over half those guys probably would not. And she probably wouldn't have 100,000 followers. She probably would have 20,000 followers. Or less than that. So, like I said, a lot of women, the advice they give you is watered down in most cases, and women have not done what they're telling you to do. So that's even more reason why you shouldn't take advice from her when it comes to relationship advice. She ain't a man. She ain't, I mean, it is what it is. She can't put herself in your shoes. She can't relate to you. She can't. What is she going to tell you? Tell you how to, what? How to, pander and cater to a woman? People do that every day. Guys do that every day, and the woman still leave. So, what's she gonna tell you? You need to love each other more. If love was the answer, it would happen already. If love was the answer, people would get along in harmony, and they would. Every time you pass somebody down the sidewalk or at the store or at the mall, they'd say, "Hello, hi, how you doing?" and smile. But we know that ain't happening. So if love was the answer, it would have worked already. It would have worked 400 years ago. So we know that ain't the answer. So a woman can't really help you when it comes to dating advice. I mean, look, there's a lot of women out here doing some great things. But I'm not going to take advice from her. I'm taking advice from a man that's been there and done that. It's like I'm going to get into real estate soon, and I'm going to take dating advice from a man that's been there and done that. Someone that's in the trenches. Now, there's a lot of women out here that's doing their thing in real estate or whatever, but they can't put themselves in my shoes. A lot of these women that's in the real estate, guys, and even some women, they do business with them because they're attracted to them physically. And this has been proven, by the way. This is a study that Harvard proved that most sales women, they outsell males tenfold based on how she looks. So this has been proven, by the way. Now there's probably some women out here that say, "Hey, I worked hard. People didn't want to do business with me just because of how I look." Okay, whatever. Let them think. It's an ego thing. Let them think what they want to think. But the study's already done. Harvard study's already done. Most saleswomen, attractive saleswomen, make more money than the rest, the women that are not so attractive. And they make 10 times the amount of money versus the salesman. That's already been proven. So, hey. As a man, we don't really have that privilege of like women have. We don't really, it is what it is. We got different parts. A man, of course we can dress nice. Of course we can carry ourselves and speak well and have confidence, charm, and charisma. Yeah, that's all good. But most guys ain't got all those qualities. So that's why I would never take advice from a woman. She can't relate. She can't. I mean, the majority of the time, most advice she can give is watered down. And the advice that she would give me, it probably ain't going to work for me 9 times out of 10. So, hey, man, I'm just telling you my experiences. over the past 30 years. Most of the advice I've taken from women almost bomb. 97, 98% of the time. Now there's some women that got some game out here. Very few. Most advice you're gonna get is not in your best interest. It's watered down. It's not practical. I'm probably one of the most practical guys you're ever gonna meet in your life. It's not practical. Don't have anything to do with critical thinking. It has to do with feel good and how they feel more than anything. You know? And I talk about a lot of this stuff in my new site that just got launched, badboysecretsclub.com. You know, I talk about a lot of this stuff over there. A lot of stuff that I talk about over there is like life skills. It's much bigger than just dating women and having a relationship. These are life skills, stuff that gonna supersede what you're gonna hear out here on the internet and even in the mainstream media. So if you need any help with anything socially speaking, click the link below and go to badboysecretsclub.com. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like, share, click the little bell below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.